Rain hammered the broken roof of the small ancestral house at the edge of Indore. Inside, 17-year-old Rohit sat beside a flickering lantern, memorizing anatomy diagrams from a torn biology guidebook. His fingers were stained with ink. His eyes carried exhaustion far older than his age. Outside, the world slept. Inside, he fought for a future. His grandfather, Vaidya Harinarayan, slowly entered the room carrying a brass cup filled with herbal decoction. "Again studying without sleeping?" the old man asked softly. Rohit smiled. "Entity won't crack itself, Dadaji." The old man sat beside him. His wrinkled hands smelled faintly of sandalwood and medicinal herbs. "Our family treated people long before hospitals existed," Harinarayan said. "Your father died early. Your uncle sold land. But knowledge should never die." Rohit lowered his eyes. "I'll become a doctor, a real one. Then nobody will laugh at our poverty." Harinarayan watched him carefully. "You already are a healer," he whispered. Rohit laughed lightly. "And heal patients with leaves and roots?" The old man's face became serious. "You think modern medicine knows everything?" He pointed toward a locked wooden chest. "In that chest is knowledge collected by our ancestors for 200 years. Rare herbs, pulse diagnosis, nervous system stimulation, treatments forgotten because the world became arrogant." Rohit listened quietly. "One day," Harinarayan continued, "people will again search for what was abandoned." At that moment, Rohit did not know those words would shape his entire life. Chapter 1. The Girl Named Maya. Allen Career Institute was filled with toppers, pressure, sleepless ambition, and fake smiles. Among hundreds of students, 2 names stood out: Rohit Sharma, Maya Mehra. Rohit was famous because he consistently ranked first in tests despite having no coaching modules, no expensive tablets, no private tutors. Maya was famous because she was beautiful, rich, elegant, confident. Her father owned Mehra Hospitals, one of the largest hospital chains in Madhya Pradesh. Students admired her. Teachers favored her. Rohit avoided everyone. But Maya approached him first. One afternoon after class, she sat beside him in the library. "You solved question 42 differently," she said. Rohit did not even look up. She smiled. "You know, normal people say hello first." He finally looked at her. "Hello." She burst into laughter. That was the beginning. Slowly, she entered his life. She began sharing notes, waiting for him after classes, bringing him coffee. For the first time in years, Rohit started smiling. One evening, they sat on the terrace of the coaching hostel. Maya looked at the city lights. "What's your dream?" she asked. Rohit answered instantly. "To build a hospital where poor people don't die because they're poor." Maya stared at him. For a moment, her expression softened genuinely. "You really are different," she whispered. Rohit looked away awkwardly. "What about you?" Maya smiled faintly. "I don't know. Maybe freedom." Neither of them noticed someone watching from below. Karan Malhotra, rich, arrogant, dangerous. He crushed the cigarette beneath his shoe. "So the scholarship rat fell in love," he muttered. Chapter 2. The Hidden Relationship. Karan and Maya had known each other for years. Their relationship was toxic from the beginning. Karan never truly loved her. He loved control. Maya stayed because she feared loneliness and admired power. Karan's father had political connections, money, influence, and secrets. Late one night inside a luxury cafe, Karan leaned back lazily. "You're spending too much time with Rohit." Maya stirred her cold coffee. "He's useful," Karan smirked. "Useful? He's brilliant," Maya said. "If NET becomes difficult, I can always use him for preparation." Karan laughed. "So the poor genius is your backup plan?" Maya looked away silently. She did not answer. That silence said enough. Chapter 3. Dreams Before the Fall. Months passed. Rohit fell deeply in love. He trusted Maya completely. He shared everything: his dreams, his fears, his grandfather's teachings. Sometimes Maya visited Harinarayan. The old man treated her kindly. "She has restless eyes," he once told Rohit privately. Rohit laughed. "You judge everyone through pulse diagnosis." Harinarayan remained quiet. "Some hearts beat with confusion," he murmured. One evening Maya asked Rohit about the ancient medical texts. "You actually believe these treatments work?" Rohit nodded. "My grandfather cured a paralysis patient everyone abandoned." Maya's eyes sharpened. "Can this knowledge make money?" Rohit frowned. "That's not the point." She quickly smiled. "I was joking," but she was not. Chapter 4. The Leak. 3 weeks before NEET, rumors spread like wildfire. Paper leak. Political involvement. Crores exchanged. Students panicked. Coaching centers became war zones. Rohit ignored the rumors. "Truth matters," he told Maya. But Maya looked nervous. Very nervous. Because Karan's father was involved. One night Karan arrived drunk outside Maya's apartment. "We're rich now," he laughed. "The paper's already sold." Maya froze. "You're insane." Karan grabbed her arm. "You think your father's hospitals survive without corruption?" He leaned closer. "And you're Rohit? He'll still top honestly while others buy ranks." Maya whispered slowly. "What if he finds out?" Karan smiled coldly. "Then destroy him first." Chapter 5. The False Accusation. The day before the exam, Maya called Rohit to an empty classroom. She sounded frightened. "Please come quickly." Rohit rushed there immediately. As soon as he entered, Maya suddenly screamed, "Help! Don't touch me!" Rohit froze. The door burst open. Students, teachers, security guards, everyone stared. Maya collapsed crying. "He tried to force himself on me." Rohit's mind went blank. "What?" Karan punched him violently. "You filthy animal!" Chaos exploded. Phones recorded everything. Within hours, social media declared him guilty. Scholarship student, poor background, obsessed lover, perfect villain. Rohit kept repeating only one sentence. "I didn't do anything." Nobody listened. Maya avoided his eyes. That hurt more than the accusations. Chapter 6. Death of a Dream. Police detained Rohit overnight. He missed the exam. The leaked paper scandal became national news days later. But by then, nobody cared about him anymore. His reputation was destroyed. The coaching institute expelled him. Neighbors whispered. Journalists insulted him. When he returned home, Harinarayan opened the door silently. Rohit fell to his knees. "Dadaji, I swear." The old man hugged him. "I know." Rohit broke down completely. Days later, Harinarayan suffered severe chest pain. Hospitals delayed treatment because of money. One doctor even recognized Rohit. "Oh, you're that boy from the news." The humiliation burned like acid. Harinarayan died holding Rohit's hand. His final words were weak. "Do not let hatred consume your knowledge." But grief had already changed Rohit. Something inside him froze forever. Chapter 7. Ashes. After the funeral, Rohit opened the ancestral chest. Inside were handwritten manuscripts, herbal formulations, anatomical drawings, pulse mapping techniques, and a letter. Knowledge can heal humanity, but in wrong hands, it can also rule humanity. For days, Rohit disappeared from public view. Then one night, he stood outside Maya's mansion. Rain fell heavily. Maya saw him from the balcony. Their eyes met. Rohit showed no anger, no tears, no pleading, only silence. That silence frightened her more than rage. The next morning, he vanished from the city. Chapter 8. America. 2 years later. New York. The world knew him by another name. Dr. R. Arian. A mysterious medical innovator whose unconventional treatments cured neurological disorders considered untreatable. Patients traveled from across the world. Celebrities, politicians, billionaires. Nobody knew his true past. Rohit transformed himself completely. His body became lean and disciplined. His speech calm. His emotions unreadable. He studied biotechnology, artificial intelligence, pharmaceuticals, and ancient medicine simultaneously. Then he built something impossible. Hurricane Global, a company spread across medicine, technology, entertainment, robotics, and research. Officially, the owner remained secret. Only a few board members knew the truth. The media called the hidden owner the ghost of Hurricane. Chapter 9. The Return. India buzzed with excitement. Hurricane Global announced a multi-billion-dollar expansion into healthcare. Every corporate giant wanted partnership, including Mera Hospitals. Maya, now a hospital director, prepared personally for the meeting. She had changed outwardly, elegant, professional, powerful, but guilt still lived quietly inside her. Karan, meanwhile, had inherited his father's company. Corrupt deals, political influence, illegal pharma contracts. He remained arrogant. Neither of them knew who owned Hurricane, until the conference room doors opened. Rohit entered. Silence swallowed the room. Maya's face lost color. Karan stood abruptly. "You!" Rohit sat calmly. Expensive black suit, cold eyes, no expression. "Good afternoon," he said softly. Maya's hands trembled. "You're alive." Rohit looked at her without emotion. "I was never dead." Chapter 10. The meeting became unbearable. Maya could barely breathe. Karan tried acting confident. So the village topper became rich. Rohit opened a file casually. "Your company launders money through medical imports." Karen's smile vanished. Another file slid across the table. Fake clinical trials, expired drugs relabeled, illegal procurement. Then Rohit looked at Maya. And Mera Hospitals concealed patient deaths for insurance fraud. Maya whispered, "How do you know this?" Rohit answered calmly, "Hurricane knows everything before entering a market." His tone remained polite. That made it terrifying. Karan slammed the table. "You think money makes you powerful?" Rohit finally looked directly into his eyes. "No, information does." Chapter 11. The Beginning of Revenge. Rohit did not seek revenge through violence. He used precision, strategy, patience. He bought media networks quietly. He acquired pharmaceutical supply chains. He funded independent investigations. Within months, corruption scandals exploded everywhere. Karen's executives began getting arrested. Whistleblowers emerged. Bank records leaked. Meanwhile, Hurricane hospitals opened free treatment camps across India. Poor patients worshipped Rohit without even knowing his identity. One old villager said during an interview, "This unknown man treats poor people like humans." Rohit watched silently from his office. For a brief second, he remembered his grandfather. Then the feeling disappeared. Chapter 12. Maya's Guilt. Maya stopped sleeping. Every news report increased her panic. One night, she finally visited Rohit alone. His penthouse overlooked Mumbai's skyline. Security allowed her inside without question, as if he had expected her. Rohit stood near the glass wall, staring at the city. "You came late," he said. Maya's voice shook. "I was scared." "Of me?" "No, of myself." Long silence. Then tears filled her eyes. "I ruined your life." Rohit remained still. "You ruined my grandfather's last days," he corrected. Maya broke completely. "I was weak. Karan manipulated me. I thought. You thought survival mattered more than truth." His voice never rose. That calmness hurt worse than shouting. Maya stepped closer. "I loved you once." Rohit finally turned toward her. "No, you loved being loved." Her face collapsed. For the first time, she understood. He truly felt nothing anymore. Chapter 13. Karan's Fall. Karan tried fighting back. He bribed ministers, threatened witnesses, attempted cyber attacks against Hurricane. Every move failed. One night, he received a confidential video. It showed himself discussing the NET paper leak years earlier. His blood froze. Attached was a single message. "You should have buried the past deeper." No name, but he knew. Rohit. Karan finally understood the scale of his enemy. Hurricane was not merely a company. It was an empire. Chapter 14. Ancient Healing. While the world focused on corporate wars, Rohit continued medical research. He combined ancient pulse diagnosis with neural mapping AI. Scientists mocked him initially, then clinical results shocked the world. Patients with chronic neurological disorders recovered unexpectedly. Medical journals exploded with debate. Some called him revolutionary, others called him dangerous, but nobody could deny results. At a global medical summit in Switzerland, a journalist asked, "Dr. Aryan, what inspired your research?" Rohit answered quietly, "A man the world considered outdated." That night alone in his hotel room, he opened an old photograph of Aryan. For several minutes he simply stared. His eyes remained dry, but his hand trembled slightly. Chapter 15. Exposure. The final strike came unexpectedly. Hurricane released a complete corruption archive to international agencies. Evidence linked Karan to the paper leak. Bribery, fraud, blackmail, and evidence showed Maya knowingly participated in framing Rohit. The country exploded. News channels replayed everything endlessly. Students protested nationwide. Old victims came forward. Maya resigned publicly. Karan attempted escape, but airport authorities arrested him before departure. As police dragged him away, he screamed, "Rohit, you think you won?" Rohit stood nearby silently. Karan laughed hysterically. "You became a monster too." For a moment, silence filled the space. Then Rohit answered, "No, monsters enjoy destruction. I simply stopped forgiving it." Chapter 16. Courtroom. The courtroom remained packed for weeks. The media called it the trial of the decade. Maya confessed partially. Karan denied everything, but evidence crushed him. During testimony, Maya finally looked toward Rohit. "I destroyed an innocent man because I was afraid to lose comfort," she admitted. The courtroom fell silent. Tears streamed down her face. "I kept thinking success would silence guilt, but guilt grows louder every year." Rohit watched expressionlessly. No anger, no sympathy, just distance. The judge sentenced Karan to long-term imprisonment for organized fraud, corruption, criminal conspiracy, and evidence manipulation. Maya received psychiatric evaluation after repeated mental breakdowns during hearings. Chapter 17. The psychiatric facility. Months later, Maya sat inside a high-security psychiatric ward. White walls, heavy doors, constant surveillance. She barely slept. Sometimes she laughed suddenly, sometimes cried uncontrollably. But one thing remained constant. She repeated two names endlessly. "Rohit, I'm sorry." Nurses whispered about her at night. She was once powerful. Another nurse sighed. Guilt destroys people differently. One rainy evening, Maya saw television coverage of Hurricane Global opening another charitable medical university. Rohit appeared briefly on screen. Calm, untouchable, cold. Maya pressed trembling fingers against the glass, then broke into tears again. Chapter 18. The end of Karan. Prison was different from corporate offices. Money mattered less there. Fear mattered more. Karan quickly learned that his arrogance invited enemies. He tried dominance, threats, manipulation, but inmates hated corrupt elites, especially those responsible for ruining students' futures. Fights became frequent. Bruises covered his body. 3 months later, prison guards found him dead in his cell. Officially, it resulted from inmate violence. Unofficially, nobody cared enough to investigate further. News channels covered it for one day, then moved on. Rohit heard the report while reviewing hospital expansion documents. He remained silent. An assistant asked carefully, "Sir, are you all right?" Rohit signed another file calmly. "Yes." But later that night, he stood alone in darkness for hours. Not celebrating, not grieving, simply empty. Chapter 19. The truth about revenge. Years passed. Hurricane became the largest medical and technology empire in the world. Rohit became a legend. Some called him visionary, others feared him. Yet despite everything, He often returned secretly to his old ancestral house. The roof had been repaired, the herbal garden restored. Haranarayan's room remained untouched. One winter night, Rohit sat there alone. He opened the old manuscripts carefully. For the first time in years, his mask cracked slightly. "I won, Dadaji," he whispered, but the room gave no answer, because revenge had destroyed his enemies. Yet it had not returned the boy who once dreamed beneath a lantern. Epilogue. A young medical student once asked Rohit during an international lecture, "Sir, what is the greatest disease humanity suffers from?" The audience expected something scientific. Cancer, neurodegeneration, pandemics. Instead, Rohit answered quietly, "Greed without conscience." The hall fell silent. He looked toward the audience calmly. Knowledge can heal. Knowledge can destroy. The difference depends on the heart carrying it. For one brief moment, memories flashed through his mind. A lantern, a small house, a grandfather's smile, a girl laughing on a rooftop. Then the moment disappeared. Dr. Rohit Sharma walked away beneath the bright lights of the world he conquered. Cold as ice, silent as a storm, like a hurricane.
Please subscribe!